What's poppin', pimpin'? This your boy Scotty motherfucking Wilson back in the building with another episode of vlogging for my goddamn sanity. Cause niggas be getting on my goddamn nerves. And I want to start off by saying happy Men's Mental Health Month. I hope that all of my men are doing the best that they can to talk about their mental health. Matter of fact, let's let that lead us into the topic for the day. Cause I was finna bitch about some shit. I ain't gonna lie, I was finna fucking fuss about some shit. Cause niggas be getting on my nerves. So, as y'all know, I've been pretty consistent with this content creating shit. As far as vlogging and starting to put stuff together, but since we celebrating mental health month for men or whatever, I'm gonna talk about my goddamn mental health. Well, actually, that's the whole point of the shit. So anyway, when it comes to this content creating thing, and I think I've talked about this before, but I don't want to say it's content creating. I really want to say it's just being successful, because it feels like when you do stuff that's like entertainment based, then people try to minimize it as if you don't deal with the same hardships in like other worlds. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, for example, when you start to become successful in anything, people 9 times out of 10 always just want to be a part of it instead of appreciating it. And for me, I struggle with that as a mental health thing, because I always take that as like some type of what's the right word? Like, kind of point of reference to wherever my mental health level is at the time. What I mean is, like, if I feel like I can't handle something, even though most human beings have limits, I do think that speaks to me, how I feel as a man. I don't know if that's good or a bad thing. I genuinely don't know. I just know that's how I think. I give you an easy example, because I feel like I'm trying to drag it out a little bit. So, what I'm talking about is content creating, right? And my specific issue that I was thinking about was the fact that most of the people who do the content creating stuff with me don't really do none of the hard part. And it's if I'm being honest, it's frustrating. If I'm being honest, you know what I'm saying? Like, I try not to take my platform and to just shit on people. So that's why I try not to get into it unless I'm like having a day and then I just tell y'all about it. But for the most part, I try not to get on there and like quote unquote slander people. But at the same time, I don't think it's slander if I'm talking about shit that's actually happening. And it's so, to me, it's like, it's almost disingenuous to know that somebody worked really hard for a car, and then the first thing you want to do is be like, hey, can you take me here? Can you take me there? Can we drive here? Can we drive there? Like, you know what I'm saying? Can we ride around in your shit? And it's like, I think a lot of people, and even though I'm starting it off as far as like a men mental health thing, I think a lot of people deal with that, like just humans in general. I think a lot of people struggle with, okay, I worked my ass off to get this car. I'm using this as a metaphor, but I worked my ass off to get this car, and now you just want to ride it. And the initial feeling that you feel when you achieve something, most people, and at least me, I can't speak for you, but for me, like when I achieve something, that's always what I want to do. It's like celebrate. Like, I know that's probably bad, but that's literally always like my go-to. Like, I want to go like kick it. Like, if I get a pound of weed for some odd reason, like, I'm not finna sit here and be like, ooh, I got a pound of weed to myself. Like, I want to call a bunch of people, like, and be like, bro, like, we about to clear this motherfucker out. You feel me? We about to smoke this bitch down. So I feel like a lot of people get caught in that catch-22 type of feeling where it's like, bro, I mean, yeah, I'm happy that I just got a car, and I know that you happy for me that I just got a car too, but bro, this shit costs gas. Like, I gotta put oil in this bitch, and ain't nobody like saying shit when I gotta go get the oil change. And when you say that, especially in the hood. And that's what I think, that's a bigger problem in the hood than a lot of the other shit, the cliche ass shit people be talking about. You know, why that sense of obligation that everybody has where they feel like they're owed everything by everybody. That's weird. That's very strange. I always thought that was strange. Like, I don't think nobody owe me nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, even when I made the comments that I was making about as far as, like, you know, making the videos and trying to make them dope in the first 3 seconds or whatever the case may be, like, I don't think y'all owe me that. Like, I don't. But at the same time, like, who am I to be mad at the person and be like, you know what? Like, if I got 5 friends and only one of my friends is like, bro, I ain't even got no money to, like, give you. I know you just got this car. I know it's a lot going on, you know what I'm saying? You got insurance, you got this, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. So, you know, I do need your help, but I'm, like, I don't want to keep burdening you with the shit. The nigga who speak like that versus the motherfucker who get an attitude because you can't get it done, I think that's the dilemma that a lot of people are dealing with in general, like in life. Because it'd be like something that small, but it can have such an impact on your day-to-day that it turns into a super huge problem, and it shouldn't be a super huge problem. Because why are you being so ignorant about something that's not yours? Like, why is it always a this is ours thing? And that's so very weird. Like, and I hate that they use people in the hood. Like, I hate that they use black people as the poster child for shit like that, because it allows other dumbass conversations to take place. As far as black people and family are concerned, especially people who have, like, broken homes and shit like that, they're way more family oriented or group oriented than the average person, because they've experienced losses 9 times out of 10. Motherfuckers daddy ain't there, something happened to your mama, something happened to your brother, something happened to your cousins, or it's just your mama and your siblings or whatever. So you have this you have more of a sense of camaraderie than the average person, because your circumstance kind of forced you to. So because your circumstance forced you to have more camaraderie than the average person, my issue is that what America does is they'll take that and be like, see, this is why we need to all get along. And it's like, absolutely not. If that young man had his dad and, like, uncles and brothers around, he wouldn't have felt like he had to take care of his family that hard. Not saying that that's bad. I'm not saying that's bad to take care of your family. That's not bad at all. I'm not saying that. And it's weird that I even had to explain it, because people are fucking stupid. But that's not a bad thing that he feels like he has to take care of his entire family. The problem is that what happens is people start using that as the poster child for them to start doing the other bullshit, like, well, why you can't take me to work every day in your car? You feel what I'm saying? It be little shit like that. Because the dude that's taking care of his family because he has to, because dad's not around, it's not the same motherfucker. It's not the same as that same guy. Matter of fact, let's just use the same guy. Now all of a sudden his friend feels like he's obligated to do the things that he's doing because he feels like he has to do that because of his family. And a lot of these lines start getting crossed because now you expect him to act like that at work. When, nigga, fuck y'all. Like, I'm doing this because I have to. Not because I want to. And that's what's irritating to me, because a lot of black people will die by that because that's their circumstance. And people are using that to make a bigger issue in the world. Because why the fuck do I need to, like, break my neck to get you to wherever it is you need to get to with my car? That doesn't make any sense. That's my car. You feel what I'm saying? Like, the only way I can see that argument making sense is if you were talking to somebody who had a bunch of siblings and they were forced to live like that. That's the only way that would make sense. Whereas, or you have parents who were raised like that and they don't want you to be like that, so they raised your family to be overly like more family oriented than the average person, because they understand, because the parents understand. Because then you'll have those nuanced situations where it's like, well, I don't have to deal with that. I got both my parents and we're still super family oriented. Yeah, somebody in the family is probably doing that out of trauma. Like, that's not very normal when it comes to certain circumstances, which is why people like Tyler Perry became famous. Because if that situation was as common as people be trying to make it seem, when they try to rebuttal that statement, like, oh, everybody ain't like that. It ain't just a circumstance where, you know what I'm saying, people be fucked up. Yes, it is. 9 times out of 10, it is a circumstance where people be fucked up, because that's why those movies always blow up. Think about the movie that just came out, Straw, and Tyler Perry movie, and how everybody ranting and raving about that. That there must be something to that story that makes people feel like they can relate to it, which is why everybody's talking about it. So my thing is, my issue with that though, is because I understand this, you know, the story. Well, I haven't watched the movie, so I don't want to like speculate and hate. I don't want to seem like I'm hating, but other movies of his, I can speak on other movies of his, you know, the whole like impoverished community type of shit. And a lot of people get frustrated because it's like it feels like it feels like people only tell one side of the story. But I also feel like it's a little disingenuous because average people act like they give a fuck about average shit. Average people don't give a fuck about average shit. I know a lot of average people, just genuine average people. Like, they're not super nothing. They probably think they are. I'm sure in their head, they're, you know, because everybody does. I do. I think I'm a super something, but I'm still average person. I know that me as a musician, I would be ridiculous to say that I'm a better musician than Beyonce just because, like, fuck my opinion about who she is as an artist. The woman has been studying and doing it. Like, she's done shit with Prince. Like, these are musical geniuses that we know that they're musical geniuses. So to sit up here and say that I'm like I'm a better musician than her would literally be disingenuous. Like, that would be ignorant as fuck. So I'm not saying like I'm average, like I'm lowering myself. I'm saying like I know there are circumstances that other people are privy to that I'm not privy to that allows them certain privileges that I'm not. That doesn't make me mad. That doesn't piss me off. And I think that's the problem with human beings, because they think that that's like a bad thing. Like, because certain people are put in certain situations, that makes them bad and you good somehow, or you bad and them good somehow. And it's like, the fuck they gotta do with me? Like, it's okay to be average. It's okay. Why does everybody either want to be a super person or a loser? Like, no middle ground at all? Like, no middle ground. Like, that's weird. That's very strange to me. I just always thought that was strange. But like, people be real like average motherfuckers, and my thing is like, because they're so average, I don't think they realize how big of an impact that little stupid shit that they do affects the world. For example, most average people like drama and controversy because their life is boring. Like, they're average. It's okay. It's not a bad thing. I'm sick. I hate the fact that I have to keep reiterating that I'm not trying to insult you by saying the word average, because people's intellect is that fucking retarded because they think average is an insult. Anyway. Anywho. But, like, most average people like drama because their life is boring. They go to work, go home, deal with kids, go home, deal with the wife, go home, deal with the husband, go home. Like, that's all. Like, their life is kind of boring. So there's really no like real excitement. Like, you live day to day. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. That's why we have TV and entertainment and music and all this, that, and the other, so we can entertain ourselves, because 9 times out of 10, motherfuckers be average. Nothing wrong with that. The issue that I kind of have a little bit with average people, including myself, is that we don't realize that a lot of the problems that we complain about, it's kind of our fault. For example, a lot of people, I'll talk about something that I know for sure. Rap. People talk about how bad rap is, but it's not like you going to listen to, you know what I'm saying, Lupe Fiasco. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like y'all going to listen to the niggas who like, or I guess better for your kids or whatever the case may be, which is stupid. I hate that conversation too, because it's like, bro, you don't really give a fuck about whether or not it's good for your kids. You just don't want to listen to Coco Melon all the way to fucking all goddamn day, and you would rather hear some of your shit, but you can't listen to your shit because it's fucking up your kids. That's what it is. So I feel like that's ignorant that's why that's a stupid, that's why those become stupid conversations to me. Because now we got to talk about why hip hop is fucking up the kids when it's really not fucking the kids up. It's not fucking the kids up. You are an adult now. You've been listening to hip hop, but you feel like you no longer can do it because now that you're an adult, you know how much hip hop has influenced you or your friends to a certain extent. Which even if that's the case, it didn't even really influence you because you have a family, you got kids, you doing this, that, and the other. And now you realizing that, oh, it influenced my friends, not necessarily me. So now you mad at what it's doing to people who are stupid, not you. And now it's making the conversation dumb because now hip hop is taking a hit because we are the problem with y'all kids when it's not our problem. You know why those kids are stupid. Like your friends are stupid and they're having kids. That has nothing to do with rap. Like the people that you grew up with who were easily influenced by rap, it wasn't the rap. Like it was the parents, and you know that. Which is why you were doubling down as a parent, trying to protect your kid from the quote unquote rap, which is weird because you should know how cliche that is as an adult. But you don't, because you're average. So there's nothing wrong with that. So because you're average, now you become to me like more a part of the problem to a certain extent. And it's such a hard conversation to have because when you get to talking about how much of a problem it is, you almost get to like chipping away at people's like personalities and what they do on a day-to-day. It's like, how you gonna sit here and tell me that I can't scroll on Instagram all day after a hard day's work? Like I've been at work for fucking 8 hours and I can't sit up here and scroll on Instagram on some and just look at bullshit. And it's like, of course you can. Like you're a hardworking individual. You're a hardworking American. You're an average person. Like you are the backbone of America. Of course you can. The problem is that fight video that you just saw, you shared it because you had been at work all day and you know what I'm saying? You was just concerned about work. So by the time you got home and shared that little fight video or the drama video or whatever the fuck Diddy was going through with Cassie, every time you shared that shit, you added to the bullshit that you're saying that is the problem with the world. Because if you had ignored it, like that's the thing. A lot of the shit that they pump in our faces is because we give a fuck about it. If you niggas stop sharing shit and stop giving a fuck, stop liking it, stop talking, literally ignore it. If you was to literally ignore it, like literally act like it don't exist. Because that's the only reason why people do it. People only do shock value shit, the shade room, you know what I'm saying? All of them type of people, they only exist because it must work. Like because if somebody say, hey, you know what I'm saying, somebody got stabbed at Church's Chicken, like you're going to click on that. You're going to click on it. So you are the problem. I am the problem. We are all the problem because we click on it. And we have to stop saying the machine is manipulating us to click on it. The machine didn't manipulate you to click on it. It's literally just 2 + 2 is 4. You were at work. You were exhausted from work. You need a fucking break. You need something that's dumb. So you looked at something dumb because you wanted to take yourself away from the regular life. That's simple. That's very simple, which is why the other shit easily influences everything else because it was such a simple task. You didn't even think twice about it. And you only think twice about it when you're watching somebody on fucking social media talk about how fucked up social media is. So you don't really give a damn about how fucked up social media is because you're on social media watching people complain about social media. If you didn't care about it, then ignore it. If you didn't give a fuck, then ignore it. But people can't do that. Yeah, people can't do that because their lives are fucked up. And that, in a nutshell, is why, you know, America is where it is, which is why a lot of stuff comes off as like judgment. Like even what I'm saying right now, I can see how that could easily be seen as judgment, even though it's not. It's just an observation. To me, it's just an observation. Because I personally feel like as a black man, I have no power, so I don't really think y'all give a damn about what I say. I don't. I genuinely don't. Like, you know, so, yeah, it's just, for me, it's just an observation. You see somebody just asked me, did I notice that the Black Panther was white? Of course. Which brings me to that proves that, to me, shit like that is what proves my point. Because the Black Panther being white isn't the issue. And people are going to talk more about that than the issue. The issue is not him being white. The issue is that you know what Black Panther was doing for black people, and then you chose to throw this little random ass monkey wrench in it. That's a fact because it's a part of the comic book. When you don't do the same. I had to say, my bad. I had to check to see what the fuck was up. My bad. I had to check to see what's up. Yeah, I was gonna stab a nigga. If I chase a nigga, box wake a nigga, I give him the open hand fist of the deuce. Rock, paper, scissors. I think I said that right. But no, that's what be fucking me up about a lot of conversations, and that's why I would much rather talk to a screen than real people. Because first of all, let's just say this video went viral and people had something to say. The majority of the people that's gonna have something to say about what I'm saying right now is they're gonna argue that the white Black Panther is a real character, so why is it a problem? That's the disingenuous shit that I be talking about. Because why are we ignoring the fact that we know what that meant? Like, we understand what Black Panther was doing for black people, and then you just randomly decided to make him white. And then, quote unquote, stick to the script or stick to the comic book when you refuse to do that on the first beginning of the... Like, that's why I don't fuck with the Marvel movies or the Marvel people in them, a lot of them conversations. That's why I don't fuck with them niggas, because they do that. They'll do that. Well, what's the problem? It's a part of the comic book. Oh, now you want to be a part of the comic book? You can throw all of that military shit in there. You can throw... Anytime y'all want to propaganda some shit, you can throw that in there. And then the storyline don't matter. But now all of a sudden, the storyline matters when they want to do some other shit that you want to do, which is basically make Black Panther white. Now all of a sudden the storyline, yeah, a storyline. Alright. If y'all want to stick to storyline, then tell them people how fucked up Thor is. Stop making him a white hero. Tell them people how fucked up he is. Put that in a movie. Give him his own movie and tell people how fucked up he really is. You're not finna do that, because it's propaganda. You feel me? If you really want to talk about it, tell them folks where Loki really came from and why he act like that. Make a movie about it, not a little TV show. Stop doing that. Because they want to stick to the script. They want to stick to the script when it's convenient. That's what be pissing me off. Because you want to stick to the script when it's convenient. That's crazy. It's like the Karen effect. Because people do that so often. Like, everybody does the Karen shit. I think they got it from white women. I mean, personally. But everybody does it. It's so annoying. I do you one better. That's why I, like, for the longest, that's why my mental health was so fucked up as a young black man, because people would be more mad about how I'm saying shit versus what I'm saying. And that used to fuck me up a lot, because I would have conversations and I would get into debates with people. I would go back and forth with people. And I love debating. I love, like, having conversations, especially if I feel like I can learn something. I love going back and forth with people. I really do. But what I started realizing is that when I would go back and forth with people and I feel like I'm engaged in a conversation where it's like a real debate, my bad, y'all. That's crazy as hell. My nigga literally just called me and was talking about the same thing. He literally just hit me up and was talking about the same thing I was just talking about. But it's for me, like I say, that's why. Okay, let me be honest with y'all, because we a little bit ways into the video. I'm pretty sure nobody really again, I don't think nobody really gives a fuck about what the fuck I say. So I'm finna just be completely blatantly honest with y'all. What was I finna say? I know that for me, the best thing that the powers that be can do is silence the voice of a black man. The best thing they can do as far as black women is concerned is manipulate their voice. I think they manipulate black women's voices and they silence ours, which is why we argue so much, because on the one hand, everything that the black woman is dealing with and says and does, it's being misconstrued. So by the time they come to the table with the conversation, black men have this image of what they're saying, and they're not even really saying that. So, and because we haven't had a chance to talk at all, we're like, now we arguing with each other. Now we fighting because she's saying some shit that's being misrepresented, and none of us know how to communicate well, so they're miscommunicating what the fuck they're trying to say, and we're doing the exact same thing. Because we haven't talked, we haven't been speaking at all, but now we're misrepresenting what the fuck we're saying because we can't communicate either, and now we're going back and forth with each other. And that's my issue when I talk about like black women shit or black men shit, because any rebuttal to me is like systematic oppression. I have no issue with anything a black woman says as far as what her problems are, unless it starts to lean on something that happened because of systematic oppression. Like when you keep talking about how the black fathers aren't there, yes, they're gone, they're fucked up. I get all of that. I feel you, but can you add context to how it got to that point? Because I feel like, again, to me, it's disingenuous when you get to talking about people and don't add context like I just did. I don't know if I do that often. If I don't, y'all can please let me know. But when I talk about black women and their issues, I try to add context because there's nuances to the reason why they act like that. I still think the shit's stupid too. Some of them bitches get on my nerves too. Yep, I talk crazy about the motherfuckers as well. But you need to add context if you're gonna go hard like that. If you gonna, because I feel the same way. If you're gonna go hard on black men, which you probably should, add context. Don't act like this shit just came out of nowhere and niggas is just fucking stupid. I don't act like shit just came out of nowhere and bitches is just fucking stupid. I understand why bitches are stupid. It just make them any less stupid. Like, bitches do stupid shit. Like, you do stupid shit, and because of systematic oppression and the white man and America and a whole bunch of other shit, we've allowed ourselves to just lay in it. And that's why I be like, bitch, that shit is stupid. That's why I'm gonna tell you, bitch, that shit is stupid. I'm not finna sit here and just be like, you're stupid and I don't give a fuck about you and I'm just going off of the same rhetoric. No. Me personally, I'm telling you, you stupid out of love. I'm telling you. I'm gonna tell you, you stupid. I'm gonna tell you, shawty, that was dumb. No. That was. You say, I feel you big words, and you went to college, but yeah, that, nah. Nope. It's not how to go. So for me, yeah, that shit is a little crazy. But that's my issue, like, cause, I mean, I even brought that up because, like I said, we was talking about the Black Panther thing, right? Them changing Black Panther into a white man, black men should be outraged. Black people in general should be outraged. But black men should be fussing more than anybody else. And black women should be supporting that. What's going to happen is they're not going to do that as loud as they need to. Because I'm pretty sure some people, I guarantee you, matter of fact, a couple of them I follow on Facebook, I'm sure there are black couples that are fussing about it in their home. Like, they're not on social media, but they're fussing about it in their home, I'm sure. For sure. But that's when it feels like it becomes a little disingenuous because, you know, a lot of, when you see those viral clips, and I'm going to try to do a better job. I do apologize. I'm going to try to do a better job about clipping my shit up and like posting it out there for y'all, because I do feel like there is voices that should be had that add context. That's all. I mean, I'm not trying to be super nigga and like speak for all of the niggas or whatever the case may be. Not that I wouldn't mind. I just feel like a lot of niggas who, when they step into the world of social media or entertainment trying to be like that, they start pandering. It ain't too many niggas that I used to watch, like, that's heavy in the black shit that I still watch, because a lot of them niggas start pandering and saying some dumbass shit where it's like, bro, you hurting the cause. You're not helping. I know you think you helping because a lot of people are agreeing with you, but you're not. The people that you're trying to help, which I would assume would be me, you know what I'm saying, the young black man, it's not translating the way you think it is. So much so that I think they stopped giving a fuck. So it doesn't feel like nobody cares about us. And then when we say that, everybody be like, well, nobody cares about me neither. And it's like, bro, that's the point. That's the point. So you should understand how I feel. If you feel like nobody give a damn about you, what are we talking about? Like, I'm so confused. So, you know, that's why, like I said, that's why I feel like it's a lot of that shit be disingenuous as fuck. You know, and a lot of shit get put on black men that don't really, that's not us. A lot of shit. Like when they was like, all these niggas coming out making podcasts and all they doing is talking shit about podcasts. All of that shit wasn't black. Fresh and Fit got famous and Andrew Tate got famous before. When y'all was talking about men and shitty podcasts, they were the more popular niggas before we started making podcasts like that. Because it ain't like y'all niggas was listening to Joe Budden. ain't like I was watching Rory and Mal. I know y'all wouldn't, because they wasn't talking about women. So I know y'all wasn't talking about them, because I was watching them. So you wasn't talking about them. The fucking the other little British dudes, I guess I don't. We gotta have a real conversation about them British black people. We gotta have a conversation about that one day. Like, we gotta have a conversation. Like, I'm not trying to disregard their existence, but I know I'm not the only nigga that feel like something ain't right about that. Like, every time we start getting new black celebrities, why are they always British? I don't have a problem. Like, get your money. Please, blow up, be famous. All of their actors have been amazing. Like, every actor that we got that we found out was British later was an amazing actor. Like, I mean, literally, like, A-list. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not knocking that. But as a nigga in America, see, and I think that's the part that they want to silence. Like, they don't want niggas like me to be like, okay, but, because then they'll do the Karen shit. Because then that's when they go into Karen mode. So what you saying? So you don't like black people either? Like, so you don't want the representation of black people either? I thought you wanted black representation. Why did you go all the way over there to go get a nigga? It's plenty of niggas right here. Plenty. Like, you went all the way over there? I don't want to be, I'm not mad because they all black. Am I the only one? I can't be. Because then, like I said, because then people just want to do that. Like, no, we should just all kumbaya. You know what I'm saying? It's all bad. You know, don't get to turn down people and telling them that they shouldn't be this and they shouldn't be that. I'm not telling people that they shouldn't be that. And that's what's so stupid. That's why it's like, that's why niggas' mental health should be fucking stretched to the capacity. That's what, especially black. That's why I understand what black women be going through, because they deal with the same shit in a different way. And that's why I'm like, I don't understand why people don't get what we be fussing about. Because a lot of people be dealing with, especially black women, they deal with some of the same shit just in a different way. Like I said, they're both trying to fuck with our voices, but y'all voices get manipulated and ours is getting silenced. They're still fucking with our voices though. It's the same shit. It's just that they're doing it in a different way so we can have an argument about it. So we can argue about which one is worse. Stupid. That's stupid. Like, I'm not gonna agree with you. I'm tired of being politically correct with you niggas. That's stupid. Like, that's fucking stupid. Like, that's just, there's nothing, no. Like, huh? But no. Yeah, but no. I mean, I feel you, but no. Peace, love, and happiness, but no. Like, what? Because what fucks me up about that is, like I say, like, and I do think it's a little bit disingenuous for black men to do that shit too, because what happens is we'll do that fussing about men shit as if it isn't a bigger picture. Because the first people they started doing that to was the women. I'm like, where the fuck these British women coming from? He's black. I thought she was black. I mean, she's black, but I thought she was American. Okay. And it feels like it literally be feeling like a slap in the face. Like, it feels like a slap in the face. It does. But it feels like because you had a glove on, I was supposed to feel better. Like, I ain't slap you with my bare hands. What you talking about? Oh. Yeah, that shit crazy. Because again, and the sick part is that I don't know if them people be bots or weirdos, but you will see a bunch of motherfuckers in the comments on YouTube. Like, let's say this video does wonderful. You see this video 3 years later, and it's got thousands of views. Most of the comments, it's like, you know what's so funny? People don't even listen. People do not listen. You can tell by the comments. That's why comments are so hard to deal with. I get that, and I don't even have a lot of them yet. But I get that's why comments are hard to deal with, because I be in other people's comment section. And it's so weird, because it's like, did you hear what he said? Like, were you actually listening? Because people do me like that sometimes. People will watch a video that I've done or watch a clip or something like that, and the response is like, I know you didn't hear what I said. There's no way you were listening to what I said. There's no way. There's no fucking way. Like, for example, matter of fact, I do y'all one better. Motherfucker gonna tell me I ain't supposed to talk about some shit on my goddamn platform like it ain't my motherfucking platform. I was dealing with this nigga the other day. It was like a week ago. at this point. I think it was like last week. Yeah, nigga gonna text me talking about something. I know we handle our own business, but don't be going on YouTube talking about what we be dealing with. Y'all have no idea how pissed off I was. I know this is how I know I'm like better than I was, because my initial reaction, well, actually maybe I'm not as better than I was, because at first I'm like, he can't be serious. This nigga gotta be joking. So I sent him laughing emojis. Because I'm like, he can't be serious. First of all, don't tell me what the fuck to talk about on my platform. First of all, let's start there. This is my shit that I work hard to do because I'm trying to achieve something that's seemingly unachievable. So leave me and my dream the fuck alone, especially if you ain't trying to contribute to it at all. Let's start there. First of all. Second of all, if you had a... And I told this nigga that. I said, bro, first of all, you got mad about the title. Because the title was being ghetto... being generous is ghetto, some shit like that. I said it's a few videos back. Y'all can go look at it. It did alright too. It didn't do too bad. Well, from my level, it didn't do too bad. But I'm like, I don't even understand how you got mad off of that. Like, cause what? First of all, I didn't do anything generous to you. So me saying being generous is ghetto, why would you think it had something to do with you? I didn't do you no favors. Why do you think I did? Did you think I did you a favor? I didn't do you no favors. It was just a simple exchange. You asked me to do something, I did it, and it was done. Like, okay. Fair wage was paid. I'm confused. What was the issue? So, I sent the laughing emojis, but then I thought about it. I'm like, wait, is he mad for real? Let me call this nigga. So I called the nigga, and I said, bro, you for... A matter of fact, actually, I take it back. Before I even got my words out, he just started, yeah, I don't, you know, I know we be handling business and we be doing what we got to do with this, that, and the other, you know what I'm saying? But I just don't think, you know what I'm saying, that's appropriate to go to YouTube with it. I said, what? What the fuck is you talking about? How did go to YouTube with it? Get your guilty ass the fuck off my phone. That's what I wanted to say. I didn't say that, but that's what I wanted to say. If you don't get your guilty feeling ass the fuck off my phone, because you want some bullshit, thinking some bullshit, and that's on you, which is why I think it's bad to sit alone a lot, especially as a nigga who be alone a lot. Like, these last few years, that's why I've been talking to y'all and dealing with this shit. It's so bad to be by yourself and you get caught up in yourself sometimes. Because you could get caught up in your own little world, especially if it's like toxic people around you or not positive people around you. Like, I mean, I'm not saying it about him. I don't know who the fuck is around him. But, bro, like, that's the disingenuous, stupid shit I be talking about. That's stupid. Like, I'm not finna call that anything else but stupid. Like, I'm tired of trying to pacify niggas when they do stupid shit. Because for me, I don't ever think I was ever pacified. I genuinely don't. I don't believe that anybody has ever, like, attempted to pacify me in any type of way. So, not for real. Like, when I have an issue with something, or when I have an issue with somebody, my bad, I don't know what the fuck is happening right now. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. But anyway, I'm gonna multitask. We're gonna watch, and I'm gonna keep telling y'all the story. So, whenever I'm like, my bad, I forgot what the fuck I was talking about, because now that shit threw me off. Because who the fuck is this? Why the fuck is... What is you doing? What is you doing? Weird ass shit. Niggas be doing weird shit. My bad. People be doing weird shit. But, so, my bad. That threw my train of thought off, and I don't even remember where the fuck I was at. My bad. I apologize, y'all. Just don't be a disingenuous ass nigga. Just don't be like that. That's just ignorant. Because the life is hard enough as it is. So I just really feel like we should just have common courtesy amongst ourselves. Oh my God. Wait till y'all watch that fucking podcast that I dropped when we was talking about the word common. Y'all just gotta watch the video. I'm not, again, because I try not to insult people, but at the same time, I try to figure out how I can help people with my experience without insulting people. Because I could be like, people are stupid, and then break down a situation, how people are stupid, using an example that I've been through with my experience, and all of a sudden that person's feelings hurt because I'm like, you did some stupid shit. But it's like, no, you really did some stupid shit. And to my point I was saying before, because now I'm really recollecting my thoughts a little bit. That's one of my biggest issues is of why people think that I'm such an asshole. I promise you I try not to be an asshole. I don't, but that little itch that I have to just quote unquote tell you what it is or just tell you how I feel comes from me feeling like that's the only way I've ever been talked to. Like, I genuinely feel like most people, like, if not all, like, I mean, I don't think there's a person that I've ever been around that's ever, like, watched what they said to me. It genuinely doesn't feel that way. I don't know if they've had shit to say to me and they didn't and they just didn't. I don't know that. Because it's never felt like anybody has ever held shit back when it comes to me. Even when I got a problem with something, or I'm being too sensitive, I'm being soft, that's not how men do it, or I'm bitching, or I'm complaining too much, I always got a problem, I always got this, I always got that. Like, people are quick to tell me how the fuck they feel about me. And I don't even believe that I've never even seen it in their face where they sitting there trying to figure out the right way to speak to me. I feel like people just don't like how I talk or don't like having a conversation with me, and then just drop the conversation. So to me, my feelings and my emotion means very little to people. Very little. Because if I'm pissed, like, my thing is, if people are pissed off, like, there's been nobody that I've ever dealt with, whether it's my parents, family members, friends, whoever the case may be, where I'm like, I need to figure out how to say this the right way for you to understand it in context. Even in the middle of it, like, I'm trying to figure out how to talk to you the right way so you can comprehend it, because I think you're getting more upset by what I'm saying than understanding that I'm coming from a genuine place. I do not believe that there's no human being around me that has ever even thought like that for me. I don't. I genuinely do not. I don't. Now, my mother is the only person where I feel like it's worked, because she don't hold back neither. But I understand why she does that. I genuinely understand why she does that. Everybody else, I just don't think they care about how the fuck I feel. So for me, when I respond about shit or when I talk about shit, to a certain extent, I don't really give a fuck about how people feel. Like, I try to the best of my ability, because I feel like it was never done to me. So I do try to, that's why I try to add context. This is why I even talk the way I do. Like, when I add context, when I was telling y'all about women earlier and shit like that, I try to add context and this, that, and the other. Because I know a lot of my shit is going to come up. All right, now that's the second time I've seen that call. And that's bothering me. Because what you want? Anywho, back to my point. Yeah, I just don't ever think, like, nobody's ever, as a man, and I'm not bitching about it, but as a man, nobody has ever given me grace. I don't even think we live in a world where that's a thing. I think women think that because niggas are stupid. I think women genuinely believe that we live in a world where men get away with shit because niggas are stupid and they won't be accountable for certain shit. But niggas don't get away with shit. Especially black men. We don't get away with nothing. I promise you, the universe, life, something is gonna remind us that we ain't shit. Real quick. Like, I hate hearing women on fucking social media be like, man, nah, these niggas be getting away with all kind of shit. You talking about the nigga who you claimed manipulated you? When you had 6 or 7 friends around you telling you what was going on, but you just didn't want to listen to them? No, stop. No. We don't get away with nothing. We don't get away with anything. I don't believe that. Because when I was younger and the world was more racist, I used to think light-skinned niggas get away with shit. But they don't get away with shit either. They don't. Look at what Drake going through right now. Because people do Drake like that a lot. That's how I know that's how I know it's bullshit. People are swapping down Drake, quote unquote, gets away with murder. And I'm like, how? When? When did he get away with murder? Y'all are sitting here tearing him down now. He lost he's lost plenty of battles. People drug him after that fucking Pusha T battle for the longest, talking about where he sat down in the barbershop, so he didn't really win. How does he win? Like, I don't understand, how does he win when the drama is still there? That's so stupid to me. That's like consistently talking about how a girl got away from an abusive boyfriend as if the abuse wasn't trauma. Like, girl, but you got away from that nigga, so you know what I'm saying? I know you do this, that, and the, like, it's like talking to a woman like that as if that wasn't a traumatizing experience. Like, well, I ain't like you, you know what I'm saying? You stronger than me because you done did this, that, and the other. So I don't like, so that makes the situation she went through like lower somehow. Because that's what they be doing. That's what people be doing. And to me, like I said, it's very disingenuous and ignorant. That's why people don't really give a fuck about how y'all, what y'all be saying. Especially as a black man, I can tell you that for sure. That's why we don't give a fuck, because you're training us every day to not give a fuck. Every single day. A lot of the niggas who give a fuck have mothers. That's the only reason why they give a fuck. Not because one of y'all gave a damn about them. Not because y'all was so caring as a girlfriend. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. The fuck out of here. Bitches be headaches talking about they did so much for a nigga. Stop it. Niggas ain't doing shit for niggas. Stop it. Just like these niggas ain't doing shit for these bitches. You're not. You're not. You're not doing shit. Niggas ain't doing shit. You know how many times I've heard why the raggedy bitches get the good baby daddies? Which is so weird, because I've only heard good baby daddies come out of the like on a regular basis of women like that who have shitty baby daddies, and they like, why do all of the shitty women have good baby daddies? Which is a real thing, because I know a lot of niggas who are good daddies who got raggedy ass baby moms, like genuinely raggedy baby mamas, like they don't want to take care of their kids at all. Like the bitch don't want to she genuinely don't want to take care of her kids. She don't come around. She don't, you know what I'm saying, don't check in, no, like she, the same shit y'all be saying about niggas, like she do that. But we're not going to talk about them. And then what fucked up to me is that we do talk about them. So I don't understand why when we had those conversations, we be like, well, we don't talk about the raggedy baby mamas. Yes, we do. It's just when black men and black women talk about them, the black women that talk about them, y'all say they haters. And the black men that talk about them, y'all say them niggas is a bunch of incels. And the crazy part is half of them probably are. Like, that's the fucked up part. Is half of them niggas is running their mouth about shit, probably shouldn't be talking no fucking way. So they're kind of right. Shit be crazy. Shit be crazy. But I'm going to wrap this up because my nigga said he was finna come and we finna do our podcast together. And like I said, I was just vlogging for my sanity. And this month was Men Mental Health Month. So that's where I'm at with it. And that's where I'm at with it. I'm not even finna speak on nothing else because I got a whole bunch of thoughts going through my head of some other shit that I wanted to say. But again, trying to be courteous to people. You know what's so fucked up? Somebody told me the other day that I was a fucked up person for having the thoughts. Like, if my thought was fuck you, then what I really meant was fuck you. So therefore, I was lying when I said, this is not my place. I probably shouldn't be here. I'm going to remove myself. Because in my head, I said, fuck you. So you're saying the real feeling was fuck you, and me being courteous was fake. That's what's wrong with the world now. That shit right there. As if I wasn't supposed to, as if being courteous isn't a thing. Y'all are so weird. I'm gonna leave it at that, you freaking weirdos. Other than that, I appreciate you making it to the end. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them at the bottom of the comments. And I will see y'all on the other side of 1,000,000 views. Peace.